Hello everyone, my name is Kidi and today I am back with another live trading vlog. It is Monday, the 29th of September. It is currently 8:32. I am just getting to the charts today. I haven't looked yet. So yeah, let's just analyze it together. So I'm gonna start off on the 10-minute. Price is like very high up. I'm gonna mark up this zone just in case, just so I can see like what would it be. Like, would it be? Okay, whether put that there, and then I would say a John for me is there. There's also this one over here. I see that's where price is. I'm just looking at different edge points. Okay, so price was around here, price there, price. Actually, let me go back to where that line is, because this is where price is and it's having a retracement. Now personally, this isn't an area that I would pay attention to, but of course price is making a reaction to it, so I don't want to not pay attention to that. Now that being said, I don't know. No, I'm not about to do that. So that's the 10-minute. So I'm feeling kind of bearish right now, temporarily at least. Because I'm thinking like price may want to come up to this zone and then retrace from to continue the sell. So I'm not really too sure. Let me drop down to the 2-minute. Trying to see here. Yeah, it's nothing really. I'm like, because I like the idea of bulls, because we're going up, we're making highs, but I see what area we're in. So yeah, but nothing's really happening now. Let me just see. Okay, honestly, I feel like price is going up right now. Price is bullish, so I'm aiming for this to possibly be a zone that price may want to tap into. So with that being said, I have this zone marked up. This is on the 2-minute, so let me just mark that up as a potential zone area that I'm looking at for price to come into, to bounce off and give me a buy setup. We of course have this area right here that's making its own area. We got 48 seconds left on that candle. So if price closes like this, we will go for a buy setup to potentially yeah, I don't know, shoot for the stars, right? Looking at the 10-minute, we do have this zone right here. I'm just looking at different areas. So we do have different things going on. 20 seconds left on this candle, so we might be moving this setup. So right here we got 10 seconds left, so I'm just gonna move this. So that's 7:30. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Order filled.
Okay. So we're in this setup right now. Price just tapped into it. How am I feeling? I do feel nervous. I think that's just because it's like the first day back, and I think, of course you want to do well, but I'm trying to remind myself, this is trading. You can and will lose on any trade. You don't know which one it is. Just as long as you're taking trades that align with your system, your plan, that's all that matters. Okay, that's what I'm telling myself. That's what I'm reminding myself about, like, what this is and shit. And I'm not going to be perfect. I feel like this setup, like, when I came to the charts today, I did feel a little bit like, what am I doing? Like, damn, like, I felt like I couldn't trade. Like, I didn't know how to trade. But the more I was on the charts, the more I was just like, wait a minute, I see this setup, I see that setup, and yeah, so on and so forth. So I'm just doing the best that I can. I don't want to lose. I hate losing, but I hate being wrong especially when I have an idea. I'm like, this may work. I see this working, but it doesn't work, and then I get flustered and I get frustrated. I'm like, fuck. But yeah, I'm trying to turn a new leaf and remind myself that this isn't forever. That this is just one trade idea. Okay, and I also told myself if I lose every single trade that I take this week, I'll lose a lot of profits, right? But I won't be like gone. Like the profits won't be erased. So that's something that I've been reminding myself. But yeah, just wanted to put that out there. Okay, so price is having a deep retracement right now. It may want to tap into this zone. The only reason why I took the setup was because price made a new high, and price had that zone right there. But seems like price tapped into this setup right here. May want to come up. I mean, this was our original setup. Literally, this was our original setup. But then price last minute made that, and I followed my rules. So yeah, but that's a bummer because like that one is a way better setup based like stop loss and everything. Stop loss placement and everything. It's so much better, so much cleaner. It covers so many other lows versus this. It only covers one low, and if price wants to make a little retracement down there, we will be getting stopped out. So yeah, hoping for price to make a breakout. But I'll let y'all know. Okay, price has gotten up to this point, but it got to hold like that. We got 45 seconds left. It got to hold like that, Like, I got to see some bullish power and hold like that. But yeah, I'll let you know when it's close. Okay. Oh, I was just about to go in. I was like, we got 10 seconds left. But then price made a nice lift up. Let's see if we can get TP. We got 1 second left off of this candle. Okay, now I feel very confident about this setup. Come on now.
Order filled.
There we go. Awesome. Auspicious. So that was the first trade of the day. That feels good. Again, we were just going with what price was showing us. And speaking of price, I'm looking at this 10-minute buy right there, potentially, depending on the stop loss. I don't know if my regular 10-minute setup. Okay, yeah, that works well for it. So I'm looking at that for the 10-minute setup. Potential key. Did y'all see that? Sorry. I'm like paying attention to other stuff. So I'm switching to the 10-minute chart so I can get that down. So that's 729 we got there. Okay, so I'm putting that buy setup right there. 729 buy setup. This is a pretty good thing. So I'm going to go back to the 2-minute and see what's going on. It is currently 8:40. As far as news, we don't have any important folders. Again, and as far as like placement, I'm really looking for price to want to fill up that this gap right here. So I'm hoping that price may want to come into the zone, this 10-minute zone, give us a little lift up, and yeah. But I'll let you know. Okay, price is somewhat close to our zone, so I just wanted to get the camera out. But yeah, I'll let you know if I get a tap in. Also, it's 8:42 right now, so of course, if we don't get a tap in and it's like 9:15, I'm gonna take away the order. Okay, I'll let you know. Okay, price was like pretty close to our zone, but it literally didn't do anything. So it's like, personally for me, I didn't want to take this 2-minute buy setup when there's literally clearly a 10-minute zone, but we have 5 minutes left of this candle, and it may want to continue going up to tap into this liquidity zone that we was looking at, that we already have marked up on our jump. Price, this is what price is doing on the 2-minute right here. So you can see this is the 10-minute right there, but this is how the 2-minute look like. Right now, it looked like a little bit of a range might be forming up. So here, it went as high as here. If price doesn't break this, then I'd be looking a little bit like, But if price does break this and then they continue up, then it may just want to continue going up to this potential zone that we're looking at here. So yeah, so price now just cleared that area, so it seems like price may want to go up. Price is tapped into that zone. I'm not gonna tap into this zone. I'm gonna tap into this zone, going for a sell setup. If price does, I'll take you back to the 10-minute. So I'm gonna take this sell setup on my trading view account, just because I don't feel comfortable, because again, it's not an edge play. I don't feel comfortable doing it. So was it 600 for that one? Sell. I go for a short position for my setups. I have stop loss here. So I'm in it in trading view, but I just do not feel confident about going for that. And plus, I'm learning to not trade the edges. So yeah, so that's the one what I'm learning from. It's currently 846. This is where price is currently. I am not going for any buy setup. I'm learning from a lesson. I'm Gucci on that, bruh. For real. So with that being said, I'm gonna remove this line, that entry, and just have that up, and I'll let you know what happens. Right. It's been like a whole 10 minutes, right, or something, and this is how price has been. It's been a really good rejection, not gonna lie. I'm low-key thinking, like, if price comes all the way down here, I'm low-key thinking about putting back my setup that I originally had. But we still have that sell setup placed over there, so you can see by that entry on my trading view. But yeah, actually, hold on. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm like realizing we got another setup right here to potentially look at versus just the other one. 10 minutes. So we have that. Actually, so this is the new updated zone. So if price comes down to this zone, I'll take that buy setup. But that all depends on what price is doing. Price is still going up currently. We'll see how price deals with it. I am not going for any 2-minute sells. I'm telling myself this so that I can remember that is the goal. That is the point of this, and that we're learning from all of our losses. Now let me place that 10-minute setup that I was just telling y'all about. 25 right there. Nice. Okay, so I just placed it, but I'll show you. But yeah, something that I've learned that I lose a lot from based off of my trading journal is going for 2-minute setups when I'm in a 10-minute rejection zone. And guess what? We are currently at a 10-minute setup. I had it marked up, but you see that, you know what I mean. And yeah, so I'm not trying to go for any buys, cause like literally I was reading my journal entries earlier in the month, and literally that'd be the thing that I'll be losing the most from. And another thing, I was looking at my stats, and I was like, the money amount, let's keep it a buck, the money amount is so much more when you have less losses. Just 4 losses less completely changed the amount in my, as far as income that I could receive. Just 4 less trades than what I have. I ended last month with 31 losses. If I had 27, the amount that I could have acquired would have been so much more. So I'm just thinking, bro, those 4 losses could have easily been me buying at a 10-minute sell. So yeah, I'm chalking that shit. Like, I'm paying attention to that, and yeah, let's try to ease that shit. Speaking of this shit, yeah, price is retracing, bro. Price is continuing going up. Should I go for this buy setup? No. I am looking at this setup up here that is still placed on this chart, 67.35. Again, it is 8:53. If I'm not in this setup before like 9:15 or something, you know, I'm chilling. If I'm not in the setup by 9:15, I'm taking all trades off just so that we can prepare for market open. Again, there's no major folders today, so we're kind of good on that. But yeah, just trying to not take anything between 9:30 or 9:15. When 9:15 hits, I'll let you know. All right. It is currently 8:55. Price is getting closer to my zone. We have less than 4 minutes left on that candle. Oh, price just had a huge rejection. Oh shit. Oh, bro. Nah, I'm not playing with that. I don't know what that is. I took that shit off. I'm not playing with that. What the hell? Y'all see that? I'm not playing with that bullshit. Hold on. Shit, could have fooled me. Could have fooled me about what time it was. We still have that setup here. Price came out of nowhere. It was just okay. I think it's finally now. Like, it was close to stop loss. And now it started like rejecting like crazy. I don't know. 8:56. Should I? You know what? I'm gonna keep it back on there. I just did not like how that started because that was mad sus. You know, but it's still 8:57. It's not 9:15. So let me stop being scared and let me take a loss if a loss is gonna be taken, bro. And let me take this shit off because it's getting a little complicated. Again, we still have that setup. I still like the setup, that little buy setup. At the bottom here, but again, it's 8:57. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, like I freaked, keep it a book, like I freaked out. I was like, whoa, it wasn't moving like that. It was literally like the complete opposite, and then it started going crazy. But yeah, 8:57 right now. I'll let you know if anything happens. Okay, so it's currently 9 o'clock. This is where price is right now. Price kind of scared me, not gonna lie. It was pretty close to our zone, but it didn't tap into it. Again, if it turns 9:15 and we're not into the setup, we're just going to call it or remove all trades so that we can just have that window 9:15 to 9:30. That's no trades taken or no trades put on, so that, you know, relatively no surprises. Seems like price is making a move up now, so we might get an entry depending on how price moves. Again, it's 9 a.m. and I'll let you know. Okay, just wanted to whip out the camera. Okay, I was like, just wanted to whip out the camera because it seems like price is close to my entry, and we just got an order filled. It's currently 9:02. Let's see how price reacts to our zone, and yeah, we're getting a nice rejection now. Let's see if price can complete it. Looks really good. Let's see what price want to do though.
Order filled.
Nice. Okay, so we got an order filled on that one. It's currently 9:03. Since we won that trade, I'm gonna remove this buy trade or buy setup that I had. But I'm gonna keep it here. And the reason why I'm removing it is because we're very close to market open, and I want to just take heed in that. Now, but yeah. So I'm glad I'm not going for like a buy setup here. I mean, I could, right? But let's see how that would work out in our favor. Okay, because this is from a 10-minute zone going for a 10-minute setup. Let's see if price follows. This is based off of a 10-minute zone. Let's see. I'll let you know what happens. Oh yeah, another thing I don't think I mentioned it, but that trade that we had on TradingView, that one lost, like the one that was based off of taking a sell off of this zone. Yeah, that one. That hit stop loss. So yeah, this is why I go for that same setup, but on the edges. That's what I learned that from my trading journal, like reading like, oh, I lost, but I had an idea, but then noticing like, oh, the same idea that I had, it would have worked better if I just waited till it got to the edge of the setup, the market and whatever, and take that same setup, and that one is like pristine clean, you know what I mean? So yeah, just want to let you know about that one. So far price is dipping into the zone. They have this 10-minute zone, but just based off of how we like to trade, we would not be into this setup because our stop loss is like right there. So we have it connected to the fib level. So yeah, so if price does come down here, we would be in a buy on TradingView. There is no trades on our Ninja Trader. We are currently just waiting for 9:30. It is 9:06. So yeah, seems like price may be coming into that zone here and there, but yeah, I'll let you know. I don't want no parts of the market until 9:30. I mean, I can trade as much as I want on the TradingView account, but my professional account, I'm not trading again till 9:30. All right, letting you know. But yeah, let's see that, bruh. When it does some shit like this, some bullshit, and look at it, close to hitting TP. Oh my god. Also, another thing that I realized, this is on the 10-minute, price did not go past this high right here. So I'm currently looking at it as a range setup. So on TradingView, I have this setup right here. And I may put this down on my professional account if like after 9:30, like maybe like 9:40, 9:45, after that kind of price action, if price is not like, if price at 9:30 didn't just blast through, if like price 9:30, let's say at 9:40 this is where price is, and then it slowly but surely makes its way to the zone, I will be marketing on my professional account and taking it there, unless price action shows me otherwise. So we are in this setup currently right now. I personally, this setup is back and forth because like I'm making an effort to respect the fact that this is a 10-minute zone that's coming out from. So going for this buy while it is on the 10-minute itself, I feel like it's like the same type of shit where it's like, hey, do not go for the buy when there's clearly a sell that's coming from. But who knows? Like, I don't know. So that's why I put this on here, because this would be a setup that I would take if I wasn't, thinking about the fact that we just came from this zone up here. So I'll let you know. I'll let you know when it's 9:30. Okay, so it's 9:28 and price got me into this setup right here on TradingView. I'm not in this setup on Ninja Trader at all. But yeah, it's 9:28 and I don't know, I feel like pretty confident. Like, I don't know. I mean, price did come into this joint mad heavy, so I'm also like, if this loses, like, I perfectly understand, but that was a not too bad rejection, like all into this zone. Like, so yeah, we might get like a good pullback, but it is 9:28. We got a minute left, so that's our stop loss up there. So I'll let you know. Definitely didn't want to be a part of this setup, so glad I'm on here on TradingView, but glad I'm not on here. That's huge. That's a lot of bearish momentum. Like, yeah. Okay, cool. I feel good. I feel good. Grateful. It's currently 9:29. Yeah. Price has no parts. Price coming into your zone like that. Closes, like, how many ticks is this? Yeah, it's like 12 ticks, but in total, this is like 30. Like a 30 tick jump coming in up into your zone. Like, the likelihood of that working out, who knows? Let's go for the buy. Let's see. Yeah, it's 9:29. We got less than like 10 seconds left now. So yeah, let's see what happens. All right, it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's 9:30. Oh my god, it's 9:30. Yeah. So if we're looking back on the reverse, price has a huge like bearish momentum here, no doubt. If we're looking, like I mentioned, if we're looking on the reverse and we're looking for price to maybe make its way down, we have our zone marked up here. Let me just remove that because in my head that's not a zone anymore. If anything, I'd probably go for this sell setup right here, but it's glitching, so I don't know. All right, man. Okay, I think it's gonna get into the zone before we even get a chance. Why, like, the glitching at the worst times, bro? But I'll let you know. Okay, so I may see another setup here. We got 35 seconds. In this candle, I'm seeing a bit of a range setup happening. I see this here, price, and we're looking for price to come down into this area to then potentially come up. But that's only if price doesn't pass this area. So we got 10 seconds left of this candle. I'm gonna put my sell setup for 74.25 or 74. Okay, never mind. Price just made a new high, so I ain't going for none of that bullshit. So what I am going for is on the 10-minute, I'll go for this buy setup right here. I'll go for this buy setup on the 10-minute. So I'm going for that. It's 9:36. I'm gonna go for this buy setup right here and see how price feels about that. It is pretty bullish or bearish. Wait, now I'm a little scared. Now I'm nervous. I'm like, price did get into the zone pretty nicely. Like a lot of bearish power. Like, am I making a mistake? That's how I feel right now. I feel scared. I feel nervous. But you know what? I can lose any trade. I can lose any trade. And I can be wrong about any trade. So let's just talk about that. Like, I can be wrong about any trade, but I'm tired of not taking my ideas. Now, the thing about this zone is that there's another setup after another zone after this. But just looking at price barely tapped in, like just one tick away from my actual zone, and it did the move that we were looking for. So that's always fun. That's always awesome to see. Yeah, so this was initially my setup idea, but yeah, no, price made a new high, so I'm not going with that. And honestly, okay, I'm trying to learn. Price tapped into a zone, an area where we would look for buys, where we would look for a 10-minute buy. So what I'm thinking is, if price comes down and rejection shows some like buyish power, that we should be going for some maybe 2-minute buys to go along with it, rather than looking for that 2-minute sell. So just an idea that I have in my head. But yeah, price is like this. It is 9:38. I still have my buy set up over there, and I'll let you know. Okay, so we just got into this setup right here. Yeah, so I feel pretty confident about it. I'm not gonna lie. Like, price had been seeing I've been seeing some pretty good rejections at this zone, so we're hoping for a price to like us enough to go all the way to our take profit. If price hits TP on this one, I'm gonna call it a day. So let's see if we can get this dub. It's a little scary. I'm a little nervous. I can lose. I can be wrong. That would suck. But it's going to happen, and I just need to deal with it. And just understand that this is trading. I can't be right all the time, and I want to be right all the time. Here we go. We're about to get stopped out.
Stop filled.
Okay, we got stopped out. All right. I like to be right all the time, and it's not how it is going to be. Hold on. Please don't. Please don't. Okay. I'm gonna call it a day. Hold on. It just stopped me out to go into my direction. We're calling it a day. We're calling it a day. I'm gonna call it. Let's look at our stats. And yeah, no, I'm done. Okay, so we're break even on the day basically. We took 3 trades. We're 2-1 for today. These were our things, and I'm calling it, bro. I'm calling it because that's the type of shit that be pissing me off, and I'm not fucking dealing with it. And yeah, no, I'm not gonna be the one. What I learned from this, okay, so I feel like this is my mistake, and I feel like this is something that I can learn from. Again, I be making this mistake. And yeah, price had a lot of selling momentum. These ticks these candles are relatively large, 17 or 33 ticks depending on the candle, the body candle. And I felt like, yeah, perhaps like with that we could have went for this sell, this buy setup, and price would have hit TP. But yeah, no, I feel sad, and I don't feel happy about what happened because price literally hit TP after stopping us out by like a tick. So I'm not going to. I've been here before, and every single time I've traded after that, it's never been good. So I'm literally gonna call it up today. I mean, we didn't lose any money today, but yeah. Okay. So that's where we are on the account. 11:44, and let me just check. Oh, look at that. Wow, bro. To get stopped out by like that little bit, and then for it to just completely, yep, no, we're done. Let me just check. I have no entries, no nothing. Okay, cool, we're done. Look at that. This is our TradingView account history. This is where we're at currently. So high 1190. Now we're at 11. Then we're at 1144. And yeah, all I have to say is I'm proud of myself because I've never gotten here before. I've never been able to have $1,000 and have it the next day of next trading day. It's always been, I've been close to 1,000 and then I blew it, or I was at 1,000 and then I blew it. So I'm happy that that's not happening. Yeah. Oh, but yeah, this is gonna be the end of this video. If you like this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. How do I feel? I felt nervous and emotional, but I feel like once I took that first trade, and it kind of got me in there, and like, yeah, I think I did good today. The only thing that I can work on, and it's something that's been in the back of my head, but not something that I've like taken like seriously, like, and honestly, like, I did a good job. I had the right idea. It just did not go in our favor. I personally feel like there's nothing that I did differently than what I did the last time. So yeah, I mean, price is literally doing the exact move that we were looking for, but it was just at a different zone. It wasn't this zone, it was this zone. Maybe that could be another thing. Maybe you could be like, hey, if you have 2 zones and they're pretty close to each other like this, maybe go for the last one. Who knows? Maybe. I don't know. Because that's what happened to me the last time I was in a situation like this. I went for the cell setup, that one stopped me out, and then the zone that was right past it, a little bit right past it, it tapped onto that one and it did the move that I was doing. So maybe that could be something we could look into. But looking at that now, other than that, I followed my rules. I didn't trade until after 9:30, so I'm proud of myself. I did everything right, and I'm proud that we called it a day. Yeah. So that's gonna, I already said that. That's gonna be the end of this video, but I just wanted to put that out there, and yeah. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. All right, bye.